Like, I just had 2 Tinder fails, like, so hard, and I posted them to my story, and he has the audacity to comment on them. Has the audacity to comment on them.
Comment on them.
Back to the blonde. Back to the blonde. Isn't she beautiful? Oh, yeah. She's no bigger than one of my legs.
I didn't. My friend saw him posted in one of those, like, are we dating the same guy groups? I was dating the same guy. I was dating the same guy.
Okay. So should
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Ratboi here. Hope you are all doing great today. I managed to find a few videos of some individuals who are having a tough time, dating in the modern era. Well, you say dating, but it's really not dating. It's basically hooking up with the top percentage of men that may or may not want to get involved with you. But we will talk about that later. Let's take a look at this first video here. This one's interesting because it talks about social media, and like I've said in a previous video, every social media application is a dating app. And when I say dating, I mean meeting and possibly having a nighttime adventure or hooking up, whatever you want to call it. Let's watch this first video. Again, I'm Ratboi. Let's get into it.
I want the confidence of the guy who told me he wasn't really interested in dating me, and I said, you know what, that's fine. But who still loves to comment on everything I post on Instagram, specifically surrounding dating. Like,
She's got a lot of metal in her face. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Had 2 Tinder fails, like, so hard, and I posted them to my story.
Well, he's doing this because you're posting your Tinder fails to your story, and when you say fails, I know you mean that you didn't secure a relationship. You definitely hooked up, but you know the relationship is nowhere to be found because of the type of dudes you're chasing after.
And
let's just be clear that this dude that is commenting is also one of those men. The random men on dating apps, the top 1% that these women will swipe right on, and he is still in her comment section. So yeah, they tend to do this.
has the audacity to comment on them.
Because you're talking about him. It's attention. Oh, who knew social media would get you attention? That's crazy.
Just laughing. Like, ha ha ha, we're all in this big world together, am I right? And I'm like, no, sir, we're not in this together, because you could have had me, and you didn't want me.
He doesn't want you, he had you. He had you for one night, that's all he wanted. You know, he's laughing with you because y'all are both doing the same thing, you're both involved in the same culture, so it's like, you don't want to settle down. You would have been settled down by now if you wanted to. And aren't you too old to be dating? I mean, come on. You're definitely over the age of 25.
You can't joke about it with me. That's rude. I also want the confidence of him because
It's not confidence. It's just he doesn't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's probably the biggest issue. Is that, the apathy of all of it.
he writes poetry and then he stares dead ass into the camera and reads it to his Instagram stories every like 6 months. And he has a podcast of him just reading his poetry. And honestly, I'm dying. I would pay money for that confidence.
Okay, that was rough. Obviously she's involved in hookup culture through Tinder and probably multiple other dating apps. Yeah, you hate to see it, but there it is. This next one's really interesting. I watched a few of this individual's videos, and they're all pretty much the same. But let's dive into this one because this is actually more common than you would think.
I'm speechless. Okay, so this guy that I was dating last year,
Not dating, hooking up with. Uh, we got to make sure that we're 100% clear that she was not dating this dude. She was just spending the nights over at his apartment for, however many months or years or whatever.
I, well, I didn't, my friend saw him posted in one of those, like, are we dating the same guy groups? I was dating the same guy as just a lot of other girls, actually, it turned out.
And this happens all the time. These women, they swipe right on the top 1% of men on dating apps, and then whenever you have one guy who can possibly juggle 6, 8, 10, 12 women, and they look like this one do, or even prettier, younger, it's just it's baffling, really. And then the women are always like, "Oh, I never knew. I didn't know the ladies' man was a ladies' man. Oh no." Yeah, it's always a big shock to find out something that's so obvious it'll smack you in the face.
Um,
And she has the nose hole puncture thing.
this was back in like April, I think, that I caught him. Literally just haven't even talked to him since. No big deal, whatever.
It's not a big deal. You probably moved on to another one. Someone else on your roster. I mean, she probably has 6 or 7 dudes that she cycles through. When you see enough of these videos, even the unattractive women that are not, you know, we would call them, well, I don't really like using a number scale, but if you have to use a number scale, threes, twos, will have a roster of 10, 12 dudes that they'll just, cycle through the carousel. So it's a known thing.
Moved on. Kinda. It actually sucked.
And she can't get over old dude. She is a alpha widow at this point. A body count in the triple digits possibly. She's been on Tinder for a few years. 365 times 4. You can do the math.
But his mom just messaged me and said, "Hey, I have a question. What site was it that you caught him cheating on?"
Again, it wasn't cheating. They weren't in a relationship. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You can only cheat when you're in a relationship. This is crazy. They were just hooking up. It's not cheating whenever it's 8 or 9 people and they're all participating in the same thing. When you go on a dating app, especially when you go on Tinder or pretty much every dating app, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Snapchat is a very popular one as well. You're going to be signing a contract that is you're basically agreeing to involve yourself in the current culture that is hooking up, not dating. It's they use the term dating because it's acceptable, but it's not dating. The likelihood of finding a long-term relationship on an online dating site in 2024 is less than 5% at that, because nobody is wanting to do that.
I would scowl, but I can't because of Botox. What?
Okay, she's got the Botox, she's got the lashes, she's this is just I've watched a lot of this individual's videos, and they're exactly like this. And I think in the last one she complained about Botox, so she must do these videos right after her appointments.
Why? Why are you messaging me? Ask him.
Okay, I'm done with this person. Yeah, okay, blah blah blah. What did she say at the end? Let's see.
Somewhere. It was from his mom.
Yeah, the audacity. Yeah, I get it. You see, fellas, women like this and women like this, they're for the streets. I mean, let's be real. They're gonna be on these apps for a while. That first girl was at least in her late 20s. This other one she looked at least 30. They shouldn't be dating. They should have already found a husband and had a family and settled down, but they decided to do this. And the videos are rampant on TikTok with it. For some reason, they like to talk about it, and then I like to talk about it. Welcome. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Ratboi out.